Yeah, guys, we are going to be talking about a new Middle Earth playlist that we're going to be doing here on Raw Material Andy. But guys, I wanted you to check out my background a little bit. Check it out. There's some art on the wall. This is going to be pretty much the gist of what we're going to do for the Middle Earth content that we're going to finally do here on Raw Material Andy. So, guys, without further ado, I'm going to step into the screen here. But guys, seriously, amongst almost 8 billion people in the world, you are here, you are with me, and thank you guys. I appreciate it. So, guys, yes, let's talk about this new Middle Earth playlist. Let me go grab a monster. No, not being sponsored. And I will be right with you guys.
Hello, Butterstein. So, Andy, am I going to be able to get in on this thing?
Maybe, buddy. We'll see. We'll see. Because, all right, guys. Hello. How are you tonight, man? It is December 1st of 2024, and what a excellent day to start what is going to be a new playlist on Raw Material Andy. So yeah, guys, yeah, check it out, man. I decided for, the Middle Earth videos, I'm actually going to get into a suit. I love suits in real life, guys, so, but for my Middle Earth ones, I really want to look nice for these ones. I really want to make them look great, because this is something I love, something I'm very passionate about. So we're gonna get into that because, guys, hey, whatever. So cheers to you guys on this beautiful first day of December of 2024. Christmas is 25 days away, man. Guys, before this video, I literally just got done wrapping presents for my family. A Christmas tree is over there. You know what, guys? Hey, you know what? Why not show it to you? Why not show you guys the Christmas tree quick? But yeah, guys, there's my Christmas tree. It's pretty cool. Yeah, presents for my family, stuff like that. I'll show you guys. Here, I'll turn off the light and we'll show you guys. Yeah, look how beautiful it is. It's got like little stars and shit. It's pretty cute. I like it. I like it. But yeah, guys, so 20 to 5 days away from Christmas. So I really hope that all... say hello to the...
Butterstein. Say hello, Butterstein. Say hello to the fans. They want to talk to you. They love you, man. Yeah, they do. Yeah. You're a good boy.
He's my good boy, guys. He's my Butterstein. Alright, guys, let's get on this thing. Alright, let me reposition the background here, because I do that a lot. Okay, guys. Here, let me move it back a little bit. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, guys, so here we go. Let's start it off with what is going to be the name of this playlist here on Raw Material Andy. So, guys, I've thought about it, man. I love J.R.R. Tolkien's work. I always have. So, I figured what we're going to do here is we're going to name this playlist on Raw Material Andy Multiverse of Middle Earth. The acronym is MOM, MOM. Weird, I know, but I figured it'd be easy to remember, so we could do mom videos, which is going to sound weird, but yes, we're going to be doing the Multiverse of Middle Earth. So, Andy, what the hell is that going to entail? Pretty simple, guys. We're going to go through anything and everything. I'm going to show you guys, actually, some of the part of this playlist, guys. I'm going to show you some of the art that I get, with Middle Earth. But this playlist will only contain Middle Earth content. There will be no other outside content other than Middle Earth. So this playlist will be strictly dedicated to Middle Earth. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to come up on the comment section here in a second and check it out. But yes, guys, Raw Material Andy, we are starting a playlist called Multiverse of Middle Earth. Yeah, the multiverse concept is a huge thing nowadays, guys. Let me come down on here on you guys real quick. Blake, yo, what's up to you, buddy? Farah, she says, okay. There's a restricted message down here from this one person, so I can't really reply to you. But, guys, thank you for joining the stream tonight. We're talking about the new playlist that we're going to be doing here on Raw Material Andy called Multiverse of Middle Earth. So I hope you guys are going to be interested in that. So let me get back here and talk to you about what we're going to do here. Alright, guys, so I figured for this intro video first, the best thing to do is to figure out how the hell Tolkien came into my life. Like, when did I stumble upon J.R.R. Tolkien? Where did it come from? What was the first book I ever stumbled upon of his? What was, what it is? Well, I'm going to show you guys the first book I stumbled upon, because I'm pretty damn sure it was your first one, too. I will be right back, guys. So, yes, guys, I got a whole setup. For Lord of the Rings and stuff like that and everything. I'm going to show you guys the setup. But this book right here Hopefully, all rights to J.R.R. Tolkien and all that, but The Hobbit. I mean, let's be real. So we are going to put that nice little book right there. Right there. I mean, you can't really see it, but actually, you know what? Let's hold it. Let's hold it. Because we're going to be talking about it. The Hobbit, guys. What can I say? The first time I ever was handed a J.R.R. Tolkien book was from my great grandmother, Serena Kaufman. Now she had a whole wall, guys, of just books. I mean, older than old. Some books were probably older than me by like probably even 100-some years. I mean, guys, some of these books were fucking old. Sorry about the cursing. I apologize. We do that here. But when I talk about something, I kind of get lost in it. But yeah, I mean, guys, it was a huge wall of just books from top to bottom. Book. Every genre, everything. And I would always read these books. Every time we go out with my great-grandma's, we finish the yard work and, you know, we get in the pool and then we'd have a few hours, you know, my grandmother and all them would shoot the shit with my grandmother and that where I would grab one of my great-grandmother's books on her shelf and start, you know, picking through it. And my great-grandmother noticed this, that I always, you know, really loved, you know, reading, and she always looked at the books. I never understood why every time before I took a book off her shelf, she would look at it. She would look at it. Well, what she was doing is she was trying to figure out what I was into, what kind of books I was into. So one day, guys, I was probably about 6, 7 years old, okay? And guys, I was a very good reader. I was a very good speller when I was little. I mean, I was talking by the time I was like a year old, like pretty good. My mom, I was always very good with just words and just being able to pronunciate and just being able, nowadays not so much, but I was very smart. I was able to read way advanced at my age than most people around me, most of the kids around me. Like when I was in elementary school, I was reading high school level books in 3rd grade. Okay, so I knew that reading was something I loved to do. So my great grandmother one day, she's like, I went to go pick a book off the shelf. She's like, no, Andy, you can't read this one. No, it's one that I read before. It was another one that I can't remember what it was. It was one I read before, so I was like, well, why not? Why can't I read this one, Great Grandma? She's like, well, no, because I got another one for you that I think you would like, Andy. And I'm like, oh, man, it's great. My great grandma's going to hand me some book, and I guarantee you it's going to be, you know, it's probably not going to be something I enjoy. Well, guys, the book she handed me, it wasn't this exact copy, it was The Hobbit from J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, I was taken back already, because Hobbit, what the fuck is a Hobbit? I was Smeagol, guys. Like, what's a Hobbit, Precious? Like, what is this thing? What's a Hobbit? So of course you see something, The Hobbit, you're already interested in the word on the cover. Like, what is that word? So it makes you have to open the book to figure out what a Hobbit is. And sure enough, I mean, you get a great explanation of what hobbits are. But man, I picked up this book, guys, and I'm telling you, like, right when I started reading it, right when I met Gandalf and Bilbo, I was hooked. I was hooked right to the hobbits. I loved who they were, how they were simple, how they built stuff with their hands, farming. It's almost like they were before the Iron Age came around, but still used iron weapons, but right at the earlier age back, like colonial type times. It's really good. They were very much us before the Industrial Revolution. Very much about, you know, partying, being loved, whatever. I mean, if you guys know anything about hobbits, I don't have to sit here and tell you anything. You know, okay? But this book right here was handed to me by my great-grandmother, guys, and I read it front to back. I could not put it down. I couldn't put it down. I just wanted to know what this little hobbit Bilbo was going to do in the next chapter. I wanted to know what's going to happen to our dwarf friends. I wanted to know if Gandalf was going to help him, or if he was ever going to survive the journey, or what was going to happen meeting these awesome characters throughout the whole way. The dragon Smaug, and you know, the history behind him, and just I mean, God, you can tell. I mean, I was enthralled. Now, guys, I want to tell you something crazy though. The Hobbit that my great-grandmother handed me did not have anything about the Lord of the Rings in it, or the Silmarillion, or nothing. So the copy my great-grandmother had was a copy before J.R.R. Tolkien published The Lord of the Rings. And my grandmother, I love her to death, but she sold that thing for $100 one day to a dude who knew its worth, I'm sure. But yeah, so that book disappeared. So I ordered this one off of Amazon. It's actually a smaller copy, and I like that. I could just I like it because I could really just hold it in my hand right here, not have to worry about flipping out. It's pretty nice, you know what I mean? I always thought about doing readings from J.R.R. Tolkien, but I don't know how it is with copyrights. Hopefully I don't get hit with any right issues on this one. But guys, yes, I picked up The Hobbit and I was hooked. I was hooked right away. So, of course, you know, I read it. You know, after that, I read it maybe 2-3 times after that, and I haven't picked it up. Now, let's fast forward to the fact that Peter Jackson, this dude, decided to be like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a trilogy of movies. So guys, I didn't know what Lord of the Rings was. Okay, all right, here we go. So let me go grab the other three. No, let's just go grab the whole damn set, really, guys. I got stories beyond days for this. So all right, guys. So I got this little here. It's actually pretty nice. It was really nice. Got this little set of rebought all the Hobbits, the Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King, and you know all that stuff, and the Two Towers, blah blah blah. But yeah, so guys, you know the Lord of the Rings was supposed to come out, and I did not know it was connected to the Hobbit at all until I met this guy that my aunt Dawn used to date a while back. His name was Brian. Now, if you know, Aunt Dawn, if you haven't seen this video, I apologize, but this is part of the history. But guys, understand, I love The Hobbit, whatever, blah blah, and it's a book that I would come back to a couple times. I read it maybe 3 or 4 times right before whatever, and then I just forgot about it. Right. Well, this man told me about Lord of the Rings. I started to like. He started to talk about Lord of the Rings, right, when I was a kid, and I started hearing similar terms, right? And then all of a sudden he said Hobbit, and I'm like, what the heck are you talking about, dude? He's like, oh, Andy, you don't know? I'm like, I don't know what. And he's like, oh my God, Tolkien has a lot more books, buddy, than just the Hobbit. And guys, I didn't know. And you gotta understand, I grew up at a time where I couldn't just pull out my phone and Google that stuff. You know what I mean? Like we had to do real research. You know what I mean? To find out stuff. Like we couldn't just pull it out, boom, boom, boom. Every freaking article we need on somebody's right there. No, we had to pull out books and do research and hope to God that shit was right, and that we weren't, you know, writing about misinformation or nothing. But hey, that's a new world now. New world, new technology, guys. It's actually kind of funny. I can't even remember the last time I've actually walked down the street and seen an actual child holding a book, you know, other than a Kindle or some book device. You know what I mean? But it's crazy what physical media, how it's changing. Sorry guys, I got a little itchy nose here for a minute. Of course, every time you're recording, you ever notice when you're recording something itches that, you know, would be like kind of inappropriate to itch? You know what I mean? Like a nose or, you know, your butt. Anyway, guys. Doesn't matter. But the point is that Brian Cohn told me about this stuff. That was his name. If he sees this, thanks, man. But he told me about the Lord, and guys, I was back in on Middle Earth again. I was back. I was back in. I was hooked. I read The Hobbit again. I read all 3 of these Lord of the Rings. So, let's go back to Peter Jackson bringing out this trilogy. So this guy, Brian, he made a deal with me, guys, because I never read these books before. I read The Hobbit, but I never read The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, or The Return of the King. Never read them. Didn't even know they existed because, like I said, the copy my great-grandmother had did not have them in them. So he handed me a copy of The Hobbit and showed me that, sure enough, there it was. So he had a different edition than my great-grandmother did. I wish I had that edition, guys, because, dude, that thing was gorgeous. And my great-grandmother took care of her books, like, really pristine, so that thing was just fresh and gorgeous, and it was almost like it was just taken right off the printing press and handed right to you. It was a gorgeous piece. I wish I could have had it still. But Brian comes up to me. He's like, "All right, Andy, here's what I want you to do. I want you to read all 3 of these books, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to you after you read every single one. I'm going to ask you 10 questions. If you get them right, I'm going to take you to every single one of these movies, because Brian somehow knew that this whole trilogy was being recorded at the same time and that these movies were going to release back to back. He knew that. So, every year it came out, he would question me. But here's how he tricked me, though, guys. When The Two Towers came out, he asked me 10 other questions about the Fellowship of the Ring to see if I read it again, and, well, I was a step ahead of him. Because I did. Every time the movie came out, guys, I started back at The Hobbit and read up to the book, to the movie. So let's say The Two Towers came up, I would go back at The Hobbit, read back up to The Two Towers. It's kind of like when a new season of your favorite show comes out, you'll watch all those seasons before that most of the time and then watch the new season. Maybe some of you do that. I don't know. I know when, like for example, when Rick and Morty comes out, I'll sit here and I'll take a whole day out and just day or maybe a day and a half, 2 days, and just binge all Rick and Morty before the new episodes come out. So, you know, I mean, I don't know if any of you do that, but, you know, I did. But yeah, so I ended up reading them all. I answered all the questions, and I ended up to go see every single Lord of the Rings movie that came out in the theaters in that trilogy, including also the Hobbit trilogy, which, man. Guys, we're going to talk about some of that, but guys, this is going to be the multiverse of Middle-earth. This is what's going to be about. We're going to talk about random stuff here. We're going to talk about all kinds of things around Middle-earth. And yes, guys, I know there's so many places on YouTube you could go to get Middle-earth content. Yes, there is endless YouTube channels you can go to. Here, I'll give you two right now off the bat, dude. Two that I personally like. You guys might even know them. No, I'm not being sponsored. No, I'm not, but I believe in channels supporting channels. No matter what, no matter how big you are, no matter how small you are, if you're right in the middle, support each other. The Broken Sword is a YouTube channel that I check out quite a bit, guys. There's two dudes, man. They do great content. They do a lot of stuff. Nerd of the Rings is another one I check out. They're pretty cool. I think Deep Geek is another one you might want to check out, guys. It's pretty cool. Guys, like I said, they are endless. And no, I'm not being, you know, oh, hi, Butterstein. Welcome to the show. But yeah, guys, this is my cat, Butterstein. He'll be my co-host once in a while. He'll come in and jump in with us. Yeah, we're talking about some Middle-earth Tolkien, buddy. Yeah, you know, he loves that Tolkien. Yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah, you're a good boy. You want to talk to the fans about Tolkien, too? But anyway, guys, I got to see all 3 movies and the other ones in the theaters, so that was awesome, guys. Of course, now I was extremely hooked to Tolkien. I was a fan. I was there. That was it. I loved the shit. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I think... I couldn't quite put my finger on why it is that this stuff was intriguing me so much, like why I was so just into it. I mean, it was good writing, it was good stuff, it was great, but it felt like there was something more to it. So before I get to that, I'm going to come back up on the comments, guys, and answer some of you and see how you're doing. Hi, Allie, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Keep cursing, it's fine. Yeah, guys, sorry about that. I've been trying to clean it up a little bit more so that way, you know, YouTube actually pushes my videos out in the algorithm, because apparently people don't like foul mouths. I be me no matter where I'm at, guys. Whether I'm here on YouTube or outside of YouTube, I'm Andy all around. I can't pretend to be anything else. Nyla, hey Nyla. Nyla is my niece, guys. I love Nyla. I love my niece Nyla. How you doing, Nyla? Actually, I just wrapped your presents, kid. I'm finally doing my Middle-earth videos, Nyla. I know, Uncle, about time. It took you freaking, what, almost 6 months, but you know how it is for Uncle. Busy, work all the time. But Nyla, thank you for jumping on my live stream. I love you, kid, and I can't wait to see you here at Christmas. But, yeah, guys, sorry, my niece is on here, and that's pretty cool to see my niece actually, you know, jumping on here watching my stuff. That's what this is all about, you know? What's up, Butterstein? But, alright, guys, so, of course, hooked to Middle-earth. Loved it, loved the world, loved the places in it, loved the languages, loved whatever. But then, man, there was this one book that I wanted to find, and I couldn't order, because you guys gotta understand, dude, ordering things was really hard to do, too, because, like, we were growing up into that kind of stuff. It's not like nowadays where they finally figured the shit out and there's still problems, but it was way worse back then. So I worked at this place here in Hanover at one time. It was called Winter Ventures. Hopefully I don't get flagged for that, but it was called Winter Ventures. It was a book place, guys. They pretty much sent old books, new books, whatever to this place, just random books, and we would sort them and, you know, whatever that. And one of the cool things about the job was, if the book wasn't extremely rare or something like that, you know, we could take it home. That they would allow us to take a couple books home with us. I mean, why not? I mean, we were going to, and as long as they were, you know, going to get trashed out. Well, okay, one day, guys. Oh, buddy, hey, I love you, buddy. I know, you can't be center of attention right now. I'm telling a really cool story about how I found this one awesome, buddy. It's really awesome. I can't wait, dude. Fans are gonna love this. What do you think, Butterstein? Okay, so he thinks so too, guys. But anyway, guys, I was going through this big Gaylord. Okay, guys. Okay, let me explain what a Gaylord is for all you guys, in case you don't know. It's a big cardboard box, pretty much. I mean, they're pretty big. They're usually up here on you most of the time, and I mean, they're huge, and you can fill up these things. I mean, so we would get books. I mean, filled of books of these things, guys, right? So one day, guys, it was weird. I was reaching through, and all of a sudden, my hand touched the book, and I felt something strange. I'm like, oh, like you ever touch something and get like the goosebumps, or like you just know something is about, like, incredible is about to happen, or scary or something, whatever that feeling is, like the anticipation. Dude, guys, sure enough. All right, the only unfortunate part about this book is the reason why I got to keep it is because it didn't have its original cover, outside binding cover. Because my boss, when I stumbled upon this, guys, he was gonna yank it from me right away, and I looked at him like, dude, look, you can fire me right now, because I am not walking out without this book. And this book, ladies and gentlemen, is called The Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. This right here, guys, is hands down my favorite book in the entire world. There's nothing you can put in front of me that will be better than this right here. When I put my hand on this book, pulled it out, and saw the cover, that was it for me. I found it. I found the book I've been always looking for, this book. You know, guys, what can I say about the Silmarillion other than it filled in all the empty pieces of the world, of the Lord of the Rings, of the Hobbit, of everything that had been done, all the questions I had. There was more. I felt like there was more. And there was. This book right here, guys, the Silmarillion describes the beginning of it all, up until the Third Age, and even the Third Age. And guys, let me give you an idea of something here. People think because they know about the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings that you know a lot about the lore. And I'm not being ignorant here. I'm going to give you an idea of how much Silmarillion lore is compared to the actual Third Age lore. So this book is a perfect representation of, let's just say, this entire book is all the Middle-earth lore in one book. Okay, you guys ready to see how much of it is the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings? Give me a minute. And we're going to get rid of the indexes and all that too. Of the Rings of Power. So yeah, let's get rid of the indexes and everything else, because we ain't going to count that because that's extra stuff. So guys, here's actually how much of Middle-earth is actually told to us in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. So guys, alright, now let's look at this for a minute. Look at that. That is everything before the Lord of the Rings. Everything pretty much after. Yeah, so that much to that much. So that just goes to show you that that part of the Rings of Power story is just that small compared to the way bigger narrative that is here, guys. The Silmarillion pretty much starts out with this being named Uru Iluvatar, and he creates these other aspects of his mind that are pretty much angels and stuff, and it goes from there, and then that's how Middle-earth is created. So J.R.R. Tolkien created a creation story for his world, even. It's beautiful. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I know this is a crazy long intro video for what we're going to do, but this is what it's going to be like. This is what it's going to be, just me talking to you guys, having a good time. You know what I mean? So guys, yes, I found the Silmarillion. I took it home with me, and I sat there, and right when I found it, I read the whole thing, and I did not understand a damn word it said, because I did not realize that J.R.R. Tolkien wrote his own languages. All this, I mean, guys, I was just blown away by this man's abilities, man. You know what I mean? And I started reading through this book, and I started reading through The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, and I started to realize why I was so into this stuff. You guys ever, I say this in a couple of the videos I do, but you ever pick up something and you feel connected to it? You feel like it's talking to you differently than anything you've ever, like, I can pick up any book and read it, guys, and whatever, but then, you know, when I pick up anything from Tolkien, I feel something different talking to me from his work. You know what I mean? Something calling to me from his work, something different. I feel it connects to me on a level that is different from other things. So that's why I love it the way I do. But yes, okay, guys. So pretty much the gist of it is that's what this video pretty much only was going to be about, getting you into an intro, letting you know that the Middle-earth content is coming. This is an intro video, guys. This is an introduction into the multiverse of Middle-earth. Now, guys, we're going to cover a bunch of things here. We're going to cover the TV shows. We're going to cover the art. We're going to cover the books. We're going to cover the comics, the animes, the whatever we can get our freaking hands on to cover for this thing. We're going to do it, guys, because that's what I want to do. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's a lot of things on the channel that I do for the fans. But I ain't going to lie and say that this playlist is for me as well. This is going to be the one that's going to be for me too, because guys, I really do love Middle Earth, and I want to be a part of that world here on YouTube as well, because I have a lot of love for it, I have a lot of enthusiasm for it, I have a lot of energy here, guys, and I really think I can bring something great for you here concerning Middle Earth content. So, with that said, guys, you know, the Else Imadie, I don't know if you ever heard of that term before, but it's almost like farewell, goodbye, good fortunes to you, and stuff like that. So we will be ending the video saying that, by the way. I will look that up and make sure I got that exactly right, because here's the thing about Middle Earth videos, and I don't know if some of you lore purists are watching this right now, but guys, we're not gonna have any of that here. Lore, as far as Middle Earth or Raw Material Andy, is multiverse. So nobody's right, nobody's wrong, whatever. The only person who is canon and right is if it comes from the word of Tolkien himself. Outside of that, speculation and however you want to view it, okay? It's just like Five Nights at Freddy's or any other freaking franchise that has a bunch of lore in it that, you know, there's multiple ideas about what lore means to other people, but it is ridiculous what we've seen. Like the show Rings of Power. We are going to talk about that. I'm thinking that might be something we might just cover right away, because I really want to get that out of the way, because I feel like if any of the Middle Earth videos that I do are gonna start some controversy, and I'd rather not deal with that later on. I'd rather just get them out of the way. So we might bring in some Rings of Power videos here coming up, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I kept an open mind when I watched that show, and to give you a quick review, I like parts of it, but I'm going to be honest, it is very troubled. So we're just going to leave it at that, because we are going to do some Rings of Power, review stuff and talk about how I feel about the show, and all that, but, excuse me guys, sorry about that. But yes guys, the multiverse of Middle Earth here in Raw Material Andy, so I hope you guys tune in for this stuff. I hope you have a good time with it. This was the pilot episode, introduction episode to get you guys going for it. Guys, yeah, I'm going to be posting up, some art, you know, and stuff like that. I will try to tag and make sure, you know, whoever does it gets the rights to it. Most of the stuff I get is from Amazon, guys, so not really any big deal, with that. So yeah, guys, I'll post some Middle Earth art here in a little bit if you want to see it. I got a lot of stuff going on, guys, with the Middle Earth thing, that I got a lot of ideas. So, guys, seriously, thank you for taking some time out tonight to listen to this little introduction for what is going to be, you know, the multiverse of Middle Earth here on Raw Material Andy. Guys, I've been really excited to do this multi-Earth content. This Middle Earth content. But, you know, like I said, people have their opinions and people can be vile nowadays. Here on Raw Material Andy, when it comes to Middle Earth, I just want everybody to have a positive and open in mind. And guys, if you want to talk about anything Middle Earth on here specifically, let me know. You know, guys, if you ever want me to do one of the live stream Q&A or something like that, let me know, guys. Anything you want me to do as far as entertainment when it comes to Middle Earth on this playlist, hit me up and let me know. Hell, guys, if you got any Middle Earth art, any Middle Earth stories, any merchandise, anything, man, comment in the bottom. I am Andy Schaefer on Facebook, guys. The link is right under the channel description at the top. Send me a message, whatever, you know, just keep it appropriate. Other than that, guys, thank you for joining me tonight on this introduction episode and joining the Blood Signer here for the introduction of what's going to be the multiverse of Middle Earth. So, guys, thank you very much. I'm going to come pop a squat right here with you guys real quick. Seriously. Thank you, guys. But yes, I've been excited to do this playlist. Spread the word. And like I said, there's plenty of places on YouTube you can go to get Middle Earth content. But hopefully you come here and check it out too. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you liked my background. It might change throughout these videos and stuff like that. We'll throw in a couple Middle Earth stuff. As you guys see, I got some artwork that I'd like to post for you guys. But alright guys, I think I've taken enough of your time. I only wanted this to be honestly like a 20-minute video, and we're already hitting about 30. So let's get on. Well, I threw a couple extra things in there. But yeah, guys, Tolkien is a very huge, important part of my life. I love his work, and I just want to be able to get on here and talk about it because it's something I'm very passionate about. But thank you guys for taking your time out. Protect your kids, spread love and laughter, and Marie.